All right, so Martin Scorsese movie Cape Fear. Very, very excited about this movie I was, and it clearly delivered on all cylinders. It is, in my opinion, one of the best. I mean, one of the greatest Martin Scorsese movies. And also, what's great about it is I think all of his movies are great, and I've loved pretty much every single one of them. And I think it stands in that line of all those great movies he's made. And I could go on and say for hours on end all those great movies and how much I love them, but I can't do that because I've already done that on Facebook. So anyway, Rob De Niro once again, he's great in this movie. He plays like a really psychotic, disturbed man who's gone through torment and wants to sort of inflict torment onto other people, and that was great. And he's always so insane when he has like these parts from Robert De Niro, but he plays them so brilliantly that it just sort of makes you forget how horrible he is. But even though obviously you're watching it and thinking he's horrible, you sort of your brain sort of switches off for a second and just watches the brilliant performance, and that's what's so great about him, that he's such a horrible character, but you can sort of watch him, as a character study, and he's fascinating. And Jessica Lange, great as always. American Horror Story, she was great. She was great in Tootsie. She's great in this again. Nick Nolte's very good. I haven't really watched a lot of Nick Nolte, if I'm honest. I've only seen Warrior and I've seen this, and I can't really think of anything else. Um, but he's very good. And Juliette Lewis, I adore Juliette Lewis. Yeah, I just think she's brilliant. She's always great. I mean, she's never bad, and she plays a different kind of character in this movie. Very naive and very sort of kept to herself and doesn't really believe in bad things or bad people. Then it kind of all comes to realization who obviously this person is, and then she sort of wakes up and goes, all that kind of stuff. But Martin Scorsese's movies are very disturbing usually, but I don't really mind them being disturbing, but there are bits in this movie that are quite, oh my God. And there's people being set on fire, there's people being burnt and stuff, and people being having their faces bitten off, and it's all there. And I can't really think what's the most violent film he's done. I mean, you look back at Goodfellas, and everyone's saying, "Oh my God, Goodfellas is so violent," but you actually look back at it and it's not so violent, compared to like new movies now, or if you compare to like Tarantino films, they're extremely violent, but obviously done in a really over the top way. But I'd say those were more violent than Goodfellas. But I think this is on the same level of that violence that Tarantino does. It's really like graphic and disturbing in places, and but it works for the movie. So I mean, that's been done well. Um, but what I also love is that music. It's just really sets the tempo and really like makes you feel like scared and claustrophobic and all that, which is so great. And yeah, the only film I haven't cared for of Martin Scorsese, if I'd be really honest, Mean Streets. I didn't really like Mean Streets, but everything else he's done has been either really, really good or very good. Usually, I think it's really good. I mean, some of them, I think there's two that I thought were very good, but not his best, but still good. And everything else is great. And I mean, I think Hugo was a different kind of movie he made because he made something that his, young niece or daughter or whatever could watch, and it was 11, I think, at the time when it got made, so it obviously was the right kind of thing for her to watch. I mean, Robert De Niro's been around for a really long time, and he still stands as one of the greatest actors around, and his performance is just fantastic in this movie. I mean, it is just brilliant. It's creepy. I mean, he's scary. watching watching the end of this in the morning, and it scared me just as much as watching it at night. I mean, it still has that feeling. You're watching it, and it's just so affecting and scary, and the tone is just. near perfect. It's just it works so well, and I just think he's done a great job again. I mean, he's always great, and I can't wait to watch After Hours and Bringing Out the Dead. So I want to see more of this fantastic director. He's so great, and I've seen so much of his work now that I feel like I've pretty much done everything. But yeah, he's great. I mean, what else can I say?